Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. Today I will be creating some plants from Plants vs Zombies. Besides, I will be telling you some facts about each one, so get comfortable and enjoy this video. The Gatling pea is a plant from the pea shooter family. It is available in Plants vs Zombies 1, but for some unknown reason, it no longer appears in Plants vs Zombies 2. Although, it appears in the Chinese version of this game, but with another design, but I decided to create the classic version. The Gatling pea is the upgrade of the repeater, and is bought in Crazy David's store at 5,000, just like Twin Sunflower. This plant looks like an army warrior, has a machine gun in its mouth, and a military helmet. In the Chinese version of Plants vs Zombies 2, you can get this plant by collecting 10 puzzle pieces. It shoots 2 times faster than the repeater and 4 times faster than the pea shooter. It is also one of the first upgrade plants that can be purchased. Despite its cost, damage and recharge, you can say that Gatling pea is a strong plant. Plant it when you have enough suns in your inventory, as you will be able to plant additional defenses such as pumpkin or walnut. Never use it in front parts of the garden because the zombies will eat it. In Survival Endless, it can be good during the first levels because there aren't many zombies and you have time to plant other defenses. To multiply its damage and effectiveness against zombies, place a torchwood in front of it and a defense to prevent offensive plants from being eaten by zombies. Some curiosities of the Gatling pea are that it is the only plant enhancement used on a Zomborani. Sometimes when planting this plant, it launches 3 peas before 4. This plant, the imitator, and the cattail are the only plants with a hat. It is one of the few plants with not vegetables ornamentals. Gatling pea, repeater, and split pea are the 3 pea plants that have eyebrows. By resemblance, it is the big brother of the repeater, beyond the fact that it is its update. In the Chinese version of Plants vs Zombies 2, it is one of the plants that when you give it nutrients, it jumps. Its helmet changed color to brown with camouflage and has protective lenses. The walnut, it is the 4th unlockable plant obtained after completing levels 1 to 3. It defends the plants behind it from zombies with its toughness. The walnut is based on Juglans regia, also known as walnut, a tough dry single-seeded fruit that lowers cholesterol. In Plants vs Zombies 2, it appears as the 3rd unlockable plant. Its ability is the same as in the previous game. Some curiosities about the walnut are that if you enter the Suburban Almanac while playing the Walnut Bowling 1 or 2, you will be able to see walnut rolling. According to the almanac, the walnut and the tallnut are siblings. It withstands approximately 60 bites from zombies. There are some zombies that are allergic to nuts and will swell up when eating them. In Plants vs Zombies 2, the walnut's nutrient ability has the same toughness as the hardnut from Plants vs Zombies Adventures. It is one of the 6 plants featured in the trailer. The others are pea shooter, sunflower, bok choy, bloomerang, and peapod. In the almanac, it is mentioned that it retired from bowling, a clear reference to the minigame, the Walnut Bowling, from the first game. The walnut, along with pea shooter and sunflower, were the only plants that changed their disguise depending on the season. If you have a walnut with nutrient a bit degraded and you plant an improved seed packet on top of it, it doesn't regenerate its armor. It is the same case for all the defensive plants. The cactus is a plant that in Plants vs Zombies was the same as the pea shooter, but it threw spines and was the only one that could pop the balloons of the balloon zombies along with cattail. It appears in Plants vs Zombies 2 and now its spines go through 3 zombies. Besides, when a zombie gets close to it, it retracts to the ground, performing the function of a spike weed. With nutrients, its spines become sharper and can pierce through for zombies, and it does more damage on the ground. Its name and the plant are exactly the same. It is based on a generic cactus, but probably, more specifically, on a Carnegie gigantea or giant cactus due to its ancient ability to stretch. In survival zones, it is a good idea to always put them in the column where the gargantuars throw their imps to avoid spending on a spike rock, spike wheat, an endurian, or simply not putting anything at all, because the cactus will do ground damage, and when they die, they will be able to attack normally. For this, it is advisable to provide them with nutrients. Some curiosities are that the cactus is the only plant that had a change in its attack in the sequel of the original game. As I mentioned before, in Plants vs Zombies 1, it acted just like a pea shooter, but it was the only one that could pop the balloons of the balloon zombies. It is one of the plants whose nutrient abilities last until they are eaten, just like torchwood, walnut, tallnut, infinite, primal walnut, pumpkin, and endurian. Due to now, when a zombie approaches to it and it retracts to the ground, the only things that kills it is what kills that spike wheat. The puff-shroom is the first mushroom receiving the Plants vs Zombies game. It shoots spores at close range and is very effective at night and fog levels. Some curiosities of the puff-shroom is that, like the sea shroom, it doesn't cost suns. A puff-shroom is too small for a pumpkin, but when it shoots spores, they pass through it. It is the smallest plant in the game if the potato mine is not considered. The puff-shroom can only kill a normal zombie. If a conehead zombie comes, the conehead zombie will eat it. In Plants vs Zombies 2, the puff-shroom only lasts for a short period of time. One last fact is that the almanac says that it is addicted to social media. The squash is a plant that crushes the approaching zombie. It can crush one or several that are in the same square. It is a green chayote with a grumpy face. Some curiosities about this plant are that it can be eaten, but in the online version, the zombies try to chew it, but the zomboranists shoot it and then they can eat it. It can be destroyed by a pea shooter zombie, a Gatling pea zombie, a jalapeno zombie, a catapult zombie, or a jack-in-the-box zombie. In the first version, it was the fourth obtainable plant until the arrival of the potato mine. If a zombie is squashed by it, the zombie's arms and head will fall off. In the Suburban Almanac, it says that it is called Tracy. When it crushes a zombie, you can hear a bite. And the last fact is that it currently costs 100 gems. The blower is a single-use instant plant. It blows all balloon zombies away of the area. Its name is a play on words because it is a blower. In Plants vs Zombies 2, it is unlocked in level 3 from the far future. Immediately after planting it, the leaves of the plant spin around vigorously, pushing the fog, and the balloon zombies, even the ones behind it, to the right of the screen. The fog stays off the screen for 24 seconds, after which it moves back to its previous location. Once blower blows, the balloon zombies no longer return and are defeated. Some curiosities is that any zombie can be blown away by the blower if it is using the power toss. In Plants vs Zombies Brutal Mode, the beta version, the blower can freeze all zombies except the ones in the air. Previously, there was a combination that by using the spring bean nutrient and at the same time the blower, you can eliminate all zombies in the courtyard. This combination was removed in the version 6.7.1 because it was very powerful in arena mode. And the last fact is that it can blow up any zombie launched by a spring bean, shark guard, and crocodile. This has been all for the moment. I hope you liked this video. If you want me to make more plants, let me know in the comments. Also, I invite you to subscribe and leave your like. With this, you support me a lot. Greetings, take care, and see you in the next video.